person that I watched was Mitch Thrower. He was giving a speech at St. Lawrence University. It was a graduation speech for the class of 1990. Um, I don't know if you guys remember your graduation speech, at least for high school. Mine was boring as could be. I couldn't wait to get out of there. But I found the speech on YouTube. I just searched speech and literally it was the first one there. It had the most hits and the title of it was Ultimate Graduation Speech. So I was like, alright, let's see what this is, you know. And the video started off with an introduction, and this guy's introduction was ridiculous. He was being introduced by who I believe was the dean of the school, some lady, but his introduction lasted probably like 4 or 5 minutes because just listing all the things that this guy did while he was in St. Lawrence University. They was just listing him off. He was president of this, president of that, captain of this. It was ridiculous. One of the things that caught my attention was he was the president of the Forensic Society debate team, which apparently went to the World Debating Championship 2 times, and he actually won once, and he was the captain of it. Yeah, and like this was a college debate team, and they competed against like professional debate teams. I guess there's professional debate teams out there, but I found that pretty crazy. So after this large introduction, I was thinking it might be like some like uptight, like nerdy geek guy who just does nothing but work or whatever. So I didn't know what to expect. But anyway, as soon as he came up on stage, I noticed I was completely wrong. He walked up. He was immediately he was like shaking people's hand on stage. He was cracking jokes. They're all laughing. I don't know what he was saying, but that he followed that right into his speech. He sarcastically introduced the crowd. He said some. It was salutations and welcome. I didn't get it, but like the way he said it, and everyone laughed. But whatever. He throughout the whole speech, he stood at the podium. He didn't move around much at all, but he was very relaxed, and he wasn't nervous at all. He seemed like he was enjoying being up there, and he had a lot of serious things to say, but every serious note that he said, he intertwined with a joke, and they're actually funny, and which usually doesn't happen in speeches. But he made good eye contact. He looked at the people, the students graduating, the people up in the stands, the band, and even so much as he turned around and looked at the people on stage and stuff. He was making jokes about them. I don't know. One of the best things about his speech was his tone of voice. Since he intertwined a lot of serious notes with a lot of jokes, you could tell when he was being serious and when he was telling a joke by the tone of his voice. It was very clear. There wasn't any confusion. He also had good flow of his speech. There was a lot of interruptions, like beach balls flying up on stage and stuff like that. There's wind in the mic. He knew when to pause and like to avoid that. And he also knew when to pause for clapping, laughter, and for seriousness and stuff like that. He flowed from serious notes to jokes pretty well. Like at one point he was talking about a paralyzed girl, and then like 2 minutes later he was talking about like he was cracking jokes, and he completely forgot that they just had like a real serious note and everything. His flow was really good, and also he interacted with the crowd really well. He at one point used a prop of a cup and made a joke out of it. He had the crowd stand up and thank their parents and everything, so he really got the crowd involved in the speech. And so with a great intro, very laid back and loose, lots of jokes, good eye contact, good tone of voice, and a good flow and interaction with the crowd, I believe all of them combined to form a refreshingly entertaining graduation speech.